Hey guys, I've got another through hiker. This is what we're looking at. We've got a beautiful view where we are. We're still on Road 601, about 20 miles north of Damascus. I've got a through hiker, and she just gave me a little bit of information, but I know this is going to be a super cool interview, so I'm going to let her get started. Give me your trail name.
Yeah, my trail name is 6 Ounce Sirloin.
6 ounce sirloin.
But I go by 6 Ounce.
Oh, 6 ounce. So tell me why you get the name 6 ounce.
So I'm actually sponsored by Texas Roadhouse, and so a 6 Ounce Sirloin's our #1 seller. So that's
6 ounce is their #1 seller?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, now when you say you're sponsored by, and I've eaten at Roadhouse, and you just gave me a little certificate, I guess, for a free meal.
Yeah, voucher for a free
So
entree.
tell me how that came about, that they're sponsoring you, and what does that entail?
Yeah, so I was served in the restaurant, and then I was an intern at their corporate office. We call it the support center. And then they kept me on as an intern, and the company is really big on honoring people's passions and helping them reach their dreams. And so I pitched to the CEO that he should sponsor my hike, and he agreed. And then the VP of communication, who was my boss at the time, he also really liked the idea, and so he agreed. So they gave me some money, they gave me some free vouchers to give out to people who were hiking or people who were doing trail magic, so that they could enjoy Texas Roadhouse as well. Logoed my gear, and I just kind of said that I would talk about them and how they really do live up to their word of caring about what people care about. So
Now, when you say sponsored, so they're financially supporting you with some of your gear and stuff like that?
yes, yeah, they're financially helping me, yes.
That is fantastic. I've never heard of a company doing that, and I've been out here since 2014 with my wife, but things are running through my mind like crazy now, that maybe to give the thought to some other people considering through hiking, that there may be other ways to get support that I never thought about.
Yeah, absolutely. If you know a company that cares, or says that they care about their people, it's worth a shot, because Roadhouse is big on, if you don't ask, they can't say yes, so you might as well shoot your shot. And
That's right.
the worst they can say is no. So
I'm just curious, because I saw you had a big number of those passes. How many will you give out over the time of a through hike?
So I have 600 on me. Well, technically my mom has some of them, and she's gonna send them because they're kind of heavy. But as many as I can give out, I'll give out.
So even if you run out, you'll give some more, get some more?
Yeah, I can get more if I run out.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. That's a lot of money they're giving them right there. Of course, it's good publicity. I understand the publicity about it. So who gave you gave yourself your trail name because of what you're doing?
So originally my trail name was Roadie. That's what I gave myself, because that's what people who work at Roadhouse are called, were roadies. But I actually met someone on trail, and they were like, no, you need a better name than that. And so they went with 6 Ounce, because that's what we sell a lot of. They asked what our top seller was and said that should be my trail name.
Okay, cool deal. And when did you start your through hike?
March 1st.
March the 1st. And do you have a time frame you want to be through?
I would like to be done by August 10th.
August 10th, okay.
Yes.
And then you said you are going back to work for maybe Roadhouse?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going back to work at Roadhouse. Yeah, they offered me a job to come home to, and I told them I'd be back by September 1st, but I'm hoping to be back a little sooner than that.
I ain't gonna stop the interview. I'm gonna just tell these guys, anything y'all see guys get, and in that cooler, there's some drinks in there, like Coca-Cola. In fact, they've got some in the truck here that's easier to get to. They're in the box, and they're just as cold. Just get what you want, and I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, so what made you decide to hike the Appalachian Trail?
So I worked in Appalachia this summer after my freshman year of college for a nonprofit called Pine Mountain Settlement School. And a guy came and did some donations, and he donated a file cabinet that had AT bumper stickers on it. And I never heard of the AT, and so I was like, well, what is this? And so he was telling me about it. And I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. Like, I think I want to do that. And then I went back to college, and I was in a sorority, and I was looking for a little. And one of the first people I talked to, who was one of our new members, said that her dream was to through hike the AT. And I was like, that's kind of a weird coincidence. I've never heard of it, and now I've heard of it twice pretty quickly. And she's actually out here hiking it with me, but she's still in Damascus. And then COVID hit, and I knew I wanted to do a gap year after college, and it was between teaching English in Spain or hiking the AT. And then with COVID, I was like, I don't know if I'll get to Europe, so I went with the AT.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Has it been what you thought it would be?
Yes and no. I think like when you research it, you kind of get the highlights of it and like the glory of it. And there's been days that have been harder than I expected they would be, but it has been so much more than I expected at the same time. The people have been fantastic, and I'm learning something new every day. This is my first backpacking trip, actually.
That's amazing.
So
You've almost at 500 miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I learn something new every day, and you can always learn something new, but I'm learning cool things every day, not just, the boring things.
That is amazing. Have you had any injuries, or I know you have ailments that pain moves around?
Yeah. I messed up my ankle one day because I got new shoes and I tied my shoes too tight, so I bruised my ankles. But that was it. They healed fine.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to let you rest, but tell me who you want to say hello to before I let you go.
I'll say hello to my mom and my sister and my dad and everyone at Roadhouse.
Good deal. God bless every step between here and Katahdin. I hope I catch you up the trail.
Thank you.
Thank you for your interview.